All right, let's talk about something absolutely fundamental in trading. We're going to break down the difference between the profit you think you have on your screen and the actual real money that's in your account. Let's get right into it.
Come on, we've all been there, right? You see that beautiful, glowing green number, you're already thinking about what you're going to spend it on, and then, poof, the market turns and it's just gone. It is so frustrating, but it all comes down to understanding one single key distinction.
So whenever you have a trade open, you're staring at this number that's always changing. Your platform might call it floating P&L or unrealized P&L, but we know what it is. It's that blinking, tempting, and sometimes kind of terrifying number that shows you where your trade is at right now.
And here's the most important part. Unrealized P&L is basically theoretical. It's what you would make if you closed your trade at this exact second. But as long as that trade is open, that number is just floating out there. It's not yours. Not yet.
The best way to really wrap your head around this is to just see it in action. So let's follow the life of a single trade, from the very beginning to the very end, and see exactly when that money becomes real.
Okay, so imagine this. We're going to buy the euro against the US dollar. The second we open that trade, our PL is 0. We're officially in the market. And now, we wait.
And, oh, you gotta be kidding me. The market immediately moves against us. The price drops, and boom, our platform is flashing a bright red minus $200. That feeling in your gut, right? It's just the worst.
But hold on, this is the key. This is an unrealized or a floating loss. Even though it feels incredibly real, that $200 hasn't actually been ripped out of your account balance. Why not? Because you haven't closed the trade. You're still in the game, hoping for a comeback.
And there we go. Look at that. The market does a complete 180. The price doesn't just get back to where we started, it blows right past it. And now our platform is showing a beautiful green plus $100. The whole mood has changed.
So now we have a floating profit. But honestly, this is a dangerous moment. Seeing that green number can make you do crazy things. Greed starts yelling, "Hold on for more," while fear is whispering it's gonna disappear. That $100 is still just a number on a screen. To actually capture it, we have to make it real.
And that, my friends, brings us to the other side of the coin, realized PL. This is it. This is the final number. It's the profit or loss that gets locked in the moment you close your trade. This is when that floating number turns into actual spendable cash. Okay, look at this slide. This is the magic moment, the big aha. In the before row, our account balance is $1,000, and we have a floating profit of $100. But the second we hit that close button, look at the after row. The floating P&L vanishes, and our account balance jumps up to $1,100. That's what realization is. And this just shows that final step perfectly. You took that potential, that paper profit, and you turned it into cold, hard cash that's now sitting in your account balance. The trade's over, the result is permanent.
And of course, this works the exact same way for losses. If we had bailed on that trade when it was down 200, that loss would have become realized, and our account balance would have been permanently smaller. It's only real once you close the trade, for better or for worse.
I just love this quote because it sums it up so perfectly. Paper profit. It's there, you can see it, but it's fragile. It's like holding a soap bubble. The market can snatch it away from you in a heartbeat if you don't act to protect it.
Okay, here's a funny way to think about it, but it actually works. An unrealized gain is kind of like someone you're dating. The potential for a great future is there, for sure, but until you actually commit, close the position, they could walk away at any moment.
And you do not want to end up like poor Bob here. He saw the potential, he got greedy, he waited too long, and he ended up heartbroken with a realized loss. In trading, if you don't take that floating profit when you have the chance, you can end up in the exact same spot.
So let's just quickly recap the main points. Unrealized P&L, that's the floating number on your open trades. And the big thing is it does not affect your account balance. Then there's realized P&L. That's the permanent result from your closed trades, and it always changes your account balance.
Look, if you remember just one thing from all of this, make it this mantra right here. Say it with me. Profit isn't real until it's realized. That is maybe the most important rule for protecting your money, and probably your sanity too. So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're in a trade and you're watching those green and red numbers dance around, just ask yourself, what's floating and what's real? Knowing the difference, well, that's what separates just hoping from actually trading.
Thanks for tuning in.